to the second edition of me sitting around talking about technology-related subjects, shit you need to know, important stuff, laws that are affecting you, shit that's just happening out there in the world. Bit of a follow-up from last week's video where we talked about the FCC rules that were set to go into effect this March. They were created or written down by the FCC in March of 2016. Well, those rules were designed to protect us from the ISPs selling our data unfettered. The ISPs are looking to bundle up our data, browsing data specifically, and sell it. They can look at everything that you do, the amount of time you spend on a page, where you've been, what pages within that page you've been to, what videos you watch on YouTube, everything. If you haven't seen that video, look down in the description. There's going to be a link to that. It's my last week's video. Well, the Senate had voted to overturn those rules as of last week, and everybody expected the House to do the same thing. Well, here we are a few days later. The House has voted to overturn those rules. So now all that's left is for Donald Trump to pick up a pen and sign it into law. The real sad part about this is the ISPs have really already been able to do this. If they wanted to, they could have already begun doing this, and they may have. There's nothing saying that they haven't done that. We don't see any evidence, or at least there's nothing that I can find that says they haven't already started. And there's also nothing pointing to saying that they have. Some ISPs may listen to their people and they may say, you know what, we're not going to sell that data. Even though it is worth billions of dollars, they may hold off for a while. They may look into it and see what the people really want and see what people are okay with selling and go from there. But time will tell. We'll see how this plays out. One thing I would suggest is get in contact with your ISP. Let them know where you stand on the situation. Say, I don't want you selling my data. Let them know. Put it on record. Make sure those calls are recorded, and everything that you talk about should be written down. Reasons for calling other than technical support, they're definitely going to put that in a file. There will be a ticket created, and if they don't say there's going to be one, make them make a ticket for it and get the fucking ticket number. Something that they can track back. Open a case, do whatever you have to do. Let them know that this isn't okay and you're not comfortable with it. Something I would suggest, even if you're not afraid of your ISP selling your data, look into a VPN. There are tons of commercial VPNs out there. If you're not familiar with what a VPN is, it's called a virtual private network. Essentially what the VPN does is it takes your traffic, passes it through a tunnel that's encrypted from your home network to a provider. It does still go through your ISP, but your ISP can't see what you're doing. All they see is, hey, there's an amount of traffic going through here. They will never be able to tell what's on that unless there are some deep level NSA hacking shit going on, which that's a totally different subject, but you be safe. Your data will basically be useless to them. They won't be able to sell it to anybody for any amount of money. I mean, they may sell it, but they won't get anything out of it. Even if you're not worried about your ISP selling your browsing data, it's a good idea to use a VPN. It helps anonymize your traffic. It puts a little layer of separation between your information and what you're doing and the rest of everybody. I mean, you still have to worry about your traffic once it's at the VPN site, but those are generally more private and small organizations, and they're security minded. They're providing a service that is helping you bypass people who are prying. That's their goal. I'm not going to be providing any links to any VPN sites, but a quick Google search will reveal quite a few of them. There are a lot of reputable ones out there. Just do your research, learn about what a VPN is, and pay what you're comfortable with. You don't have to use a VPN all the time. So if you want one for specific times, like when you're having private time, or you want to look up something specific that you may not want your ISP to sell that data, you can use the VPN just for those specific few things. There's another option that is not as good, and if you have data caps, this is a really bad idea. There are sites that you can go to that in a given amount of time, if you want to flood your internet traffic with tons of different safe sites, they'll just send hundreds of requests to like Google and things like that for simple silly pictures or a funny cat meme, or they'll send it to like any number of websites out there looking up hair products or Amazon or books, or just benign things that will obscure your actual data and really just flood your ISP with bullshit that they won't be able to sift through what's really you and what's not, and honestly to them they won't even be able to tell that it wasn't you. So when they sell that data, it'll be pretty useless. These rules are out, and we're stuck with the Republican government for the next 4 years. Best we can do is speak up, stand up, say what you can, talk to who you can, write who you need to. So we're stuck with this, and they're gonna sell our data. So we gotta take matters into our own hands, do what we gotta do to protect ourselves and make the data useless. Now, let's move on to another subject. If you are an iPhone user and you have an iCloud account, I would say change your fucking password right now and set up two-factor authentication. If you don't, you stand to lose all of your backups and potentially everything on your phone on April 7th. A hacking group that goes by the name of the Turkish Crime Family has been in communications with Apple directly. They provided screenshots to Apple, as well as they uploaded a video to YouTube allegedly showing them logging into a person's iCloud account, and they're able to access everything. They can do a remote wipe of the user's device, as well as eliminate and erase everything in their iCloud backup. This is really scary because they are claiming to have anywhere from 300 to 500 million accounts. That's right, 300 to 500 million iCloud accounts. That's the population of the United States. So there is a damn good chance your account has been compromised. And what they're looking to do is, if Apple doesn't pay up about $75,000 worth of Bitcoin and a few other options that they've been given, they say they're going to wipe the devices and erase the cloud. So you can lose all your pictures, everything. It's gone. The fact that they have access to so many accounts and potentially yours means that any pictures that you have on your phone or on your cloud backup, they could be storing, caching right now. Just like the celebrity nude pictures that came out, they could be doing the same thing to your images. They could be taking them and saving them up, and those could be being shared as we speak, but we don't know that yet. Take the 10 to 15 minutes, whatever it's going to take. Get in there, change your password, make it long. Get an encrypted password vault. There are tons of them out there. Set up two-factor authentication. That is a must in today's times. If you don't have two-factor authentication turned on, you are going to be hacked at some point, and that is for everything. Every Facebook account, Twitter, Instagram, iPhone, Android, everything. If you don't have that turned on, you could be hacked very easily. And you need to set up pins with your phone provider, whatever you can do. But specifically right now, iPhones are in some serious doo-doo. April 7th, they may not be able to get it done, but they can do some damage in the meantime. So take advice from an anonymous guy on the internet. Go change your shit. And just to put this out there, Apple has said directly to them that they're not going to be paying them. They're just like the U.S. government. They don't negotiate with terrorists. Well, Apple's not going to negotiate with cyber criminals. They are saying that they're not going to do it. I mean, it's obvious. They're not going to pay somebody on the internet thousands of dollars. That's, they're not going to be extorted. So something's going to happen. Either Apple's going to be able to cut this off before it happens, or they're going to erase a bunch of fucking accounts. So protect yourself. Well, that's going to do it for today. If you have any subjects you'd like me to cover, go ahead and put them in the comments below. Let me know what you think. It seems like the general consensus is that everybody likes this format a lot, possibly even more than the countdown styles. I'm going to do the countdown still here and there, but as well, it's going to be filled in with a lot more of this format. So let me know what you think. Keep informed and protect yourselves. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Definitely need that. Give it the thumbs up, share the video, get it out there. Thanks.